Good evening. I'm going to work on this painting today. It's my seasonal kind of festive, spooky kind of painting. I'm going to listen to music unless there is somebody chatting with me, and then I will chat. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Need to make sure the sound works. It does. Eureka! Hey, Vanessa, thank you so much for following. Thanks for hanging out with me. Hmm. Hello, Guitara. Is that, did I say that right? Thanks for hanging out with me. Thank you for the kind words. I appreciate that. I'm a new painter. Thank you for joining me on my painting adventures. I'm gonna let this dry because I want to do something. I have to wait for this to dry to do my next step, I think. Or I can move on to something, I could do something else while I wait. So how are you? I'm doing well, just hanging out. How are you? Oh, I'm blessed. I'm hanging out with my breaker over here, and I'm glad that it's like the weekend. I turned in my assignments for college like yesterday, so I feel like I'm free, and so like nothing is on my mind that's like pressing, so I feel good. I'm glad to hear that you're doing well. I'm trying to figure out what color I want to do for the Like, I want to do... It's like... It's like, how many shades of brown? Like, which shades of brown do I want to... That's my most pressing thoughts right now, which is cool. My most pressing thoughts are about color, so that makes me feel happy. Undefined? Hello. How are you? I hope you're having a wonderful evening. I'm just mixing colors right now. I'm trying to find the color or the shade of brown that I want, which is like, I'm being indecisive about what shade of brown. Color theory, my old arch enemy. Undefined. I'm good. I like red browns. You know, so this painting, I want orange to be the most like popping color. And so I feel like if I do too much red, it will downplay the orange, because I'm obsessed with red. Like, red's my favorite color, so I could easily just obviously do that and go red. But and red brown is really beautiful, and like actually anything with red in it is beautiful. But I'm wanting to do more of like a darker, more chocolate brown, but I also want a hint. I don't know. That's why I'm undecided. Me looking at all the grays like, yeah, I know, right? I don't know how many shades of gray I already did in this right here. Like, I see, and that was last week. Like, last week was all about like gray for me. Like, what shade of, like, you know? And now I'm stuck at brown. Like, originally the trees I was gonna do brown, but I decided that I wanted to have a hint of the orange color. Suggesting that in the daylight they're like bright orange, but in the moonlight they're like brownish orange. Like, I don't know. Vitaplex, what is up? Vitaplex 30 Shades of Grey. I know that's right. But now I'm doing like, dude, you should see this. Like, I have so many shades of brown right now. Like, I'm looking at them like, no, that's not it. No, that's not it either. No. I don't know. Nice of you to hang out. Vitaplex, thanks for hanging out with me. I do 50 Shades of Chicken. You know? That's accurate, you know? Even when I'm making like a chicken breast, I'm like, how am I gonna do that? Because you could do anything. It's Squishmallow. It's a Squishmallow. Oh my gosh, like on the Matrix, where they're like, chicken tastes like everything tastes like chicken or whatever, like, because chicken doesn't taste like anything. Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna, I think I'm gonna roll with this brown. And if I don't like it, I'm just I'm just gonna fall over. Okay, if I don't like it, I'm just gonna fall over. Here goes everything. And then after I mix it, I'm like, boy, I sure hope that I have enough and I don't run out and I don't have to try to remix this again and try to find the exact same color. I mean, 50 Shades of Chicken is good for the foodie and domination. Like, you get to tie the legs and the wings. Oh Lord. Okay. All right. It's funny. It's funny. But let's not go there. Okay. Let's see. Because I don't want too bright of colors in this yet. Like, I have a plan, Stan, and it's not gonna be until closer to Halloween. Haha, okay. Thanks, Vitaplex. Appreciate it. Oh my god. Vitaplex. Like, I'm just now, like, allowing myself to laugh at, like, programmer memes. And I saw this meme. And it was, like, programmer and then, like, walks up to an error, right? And then, like, sneakily just does, like, // And that's how you get rid of an error. I cannot stop laughing. Bright colors would be out of sync with the grays. Right. Not the right shade of gray. It's ruined, guys. Grays on the humanity. Yeah. Oh, not the right shade of gray. Right, I know, right? I just want it to be like really drab colors, but still colorful, because I'm just like a colorful person and I love color. So, LOL, right? Bash. No, seriously, like, for my bachelor's degree, my very last class, that's what I did. I was like, this is not working. Boop, boop. Try again. Then when I figured it out, it just like deleted the whole hour, however many lines of code that was. Loves color 90% of the painting. This is gray. I know, right? Like, okay, because it's seasonal. Like, it's the season of spooky, and so I'm trying to do like a spooky thing, right? Like, but I cannot help but put some kind of color on it. Like, I can't not, you know? But the last day that I do this painting, you'll see the pop of color that I want. It'll all make sense in the end. Bash gets to the root. Grays and colors out of the season. Yeah. It's my goth side. It's coming out, you know? I'm just gonna roll with it during spooky season. It works for now. Like in Silent Hill, when like at the end of the movie, when everything's all grayed out or like foggy. Yeah. That's kind of my thoughts on that. Going to dress up for Halloween? That's a good question. Well, I kind of dress up all the time. Let's see. What should I dress up as? I don't know. Like a couple years ago, because my daughter really loves unicorns, so I dressed up as a unicorn, and she was so happy. Let me think. Did I dress up last year? I don't know. I just like dress up randomly throughout the whole season and just like do weird stuff. And so then, I don't know. I just do it for the whole month. Oh, yes you do. Also cool. I like painting too, but I'm one of those digital artists. Dude, that's so cool. Like, okay, so I'm thinking, like, digital art is, but like I'm thinking if I can get painting down, then I can understand even better like how to do the digital art. It seems easier, digital art, because like you can replicate shapes. Well, it's kind of the same as brushes. Like it's a shape that you're stamping, you know, so it's like you can replicate. But I don't know. I've watched a lot of people like digital artists doing stuff. It's like so cool. It's so rad. And this is just the archaic version of that. I don't think it's yuck. I think it's awesome. I think digital art is super, super rad. Haha, I'm going to dress up. What are you going to dress up as? V from V for Vendetta? Oh, perfect timing. Ah. The irony. Yeah. You gonna go to work in those clothes? Cause isn't it on like a Monday or something? No, right? That's some funny stuff right there. Hey, I have an idea. I think everybody should dress up the same as you this Halloween. Right? It's not anonymous mask. It's Guy Fawkes, all right? It's remember the 5th of November. Yeah. Hugo did a great job. Yeah, man. You go into work, somebody looks at you. Not funny. Continues to sip coffee and walks away. Yeah. If a society is not careful enough, government and politics can take over lives and strip freedom from anyone who allows it to. Right. Right. That's so true. When does it stop being about helping people and start being about popularity and money grubbing? It's all just a big popularity contest. It's like watching a soap opera of ugly people. No. Just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. I can't help but like think about like high school or even middle school and like what are they called? What were they called? The politics in school. What was that called? Like there was like the class president and like all those people, right? And they were campaigning and stuff like. And if I'm chosen, then I will do this and I will do that. Then they get chosen, they're super popular, never actually follow through with anything that they said. And I'm like, oh, so we never left high school then. It's just the campus got bigger. Oh. All right. Well, I'm always the same archetype. So, I'll just keep doing that. Exactly. We need to help our homeless. Your laughter is contagious. Oh, wonderful. Oh, thank you for saying that. Now I'm blushing. They have no actual power here. Macroeconomics or just government? I'm saying, how accurate is that? I'm just always the weird artist chick that's like got smart aleck stuff to say. Yeah, it was a social butterfly. Actually, so I went to like 17 schools before 10th grade and then that was my last school and I graduated, but every school I ever went to, I was always the new girl, right? Like, I don't fucking belong, right? And what else? Social butterfly, I can get along with anybody. But, like, I was so mysterious and unknown that nobody hung out with me, so I was just like a loner. But I got along with everyone, but I hung out with no one. I hung out by myself. So, but it was really weird, and it was like this every single school. It was like I got along with everybody, like every single clique except for the most popular girls, not the guys, the girls. They didn't like me very much because I don't know. They didn't like their guys talking to me. so yeah, they didn't like me very much. But everybody else, they were like, dude, yeah, whatever. But definitely social butterfly. Social butterfly loner extraordinaire. Ha, nice to make your acquaintance, Viblex. I was a loner and people knew me. Oh, yeah. Yeah, everybody knew me. Every school I went to, like, everybody knew who I was. I was the most well-known person in all of my schools. But yet nobody knew anything about me. It's probably because of my fashion choices. Most likely. So, yeah. But I was very encouraging to people and I was kind of brainy, so I like to study and stuff. Oh yeah, when that movie Mean Girls came out, I was like, what is this? What? Yeah, because like I've got this issue about me, and I stand up to bullies. That's what I do. And so because I got along with everyone, I loved everyone. And so if the nerds over here, or the goths, or the outcasts, or the whatever, and one of them was being picked on, no, like, no, hey, that's my friend. You can't pick on my friend. Like, what are you doing? And so I would always stand up for people to bullies. So the bullies didn't like me. I think those are the only ones that didn't like me, were the bullies, the mean girls and the mean kids. They didn't like me very much. I was a hooper back in high school, so I just hung out with the hoopers, and we'd go at it during lunch. Nice, lunch ball was goated. Nice. The most epic battles happened during lunch. Dude, I loved hanging out with, well, I would do that. That would be the least amount of dramatic stuff, would be like on the courts or like on the field where the football players would be tossing or whatever. Like, I'd hang out with them too. Just because sports is like, it's sports and it's just practice and like making yourself better. So that was always like the coolest. Like, the jocks didn't care about all the stupid stuff. They're all about they're all about sports, But I was on the volleyball team. And I was a lacrosse player too, so, or at least in one of the schools I went to. I did that for a while. But I was also, I was in theater and choir and orchestra, so, And the debate team, I mean, they were like salivating. They like freaking forced me to become part of the debate team. I did it for a little while, because they're like, you need to be, and then you need to go to law school and you need to be a lawyer and that. And like, no. Nah, I want to be an artist. Oh, Lord. No, I'm a poet. No, I write poetry. That's what I do. When it's lunchtime, like, I don't sit with anybody. I go to one of the empty classrooms and I'm just like eating my lunch and writing poetry, like, alone. Or like studying a history book or something. And not much has really changed. I'm still the same. I'm still the new girl everywhere I go. The outcast, the loner. I gotta read these. The most epic battles happened during lunch. I stood up to a bully and we both took fists to the face. that's always fun, you know? I'm pretty tall, so usually my stature would make it to where it didn't really ever have to get physical, because I would just be extremely direct, and I was tall, so I'd be like, you know, we got a freaking problem here. I remember 10th grade, and I was menace back then on the basketball courts. I would let people go past me just so I could swat their shot out of them. Because I used to be able to get it. That's awesome. I like poetry. Me too. I used to be decent, but that skills has disappeared. I know, I was thinking about it, and I think I got brokenhearted, and my poetry disappeared. Like, it's somewhere tucked deep inside of my heart somewhere, and I can't freaking find it. Because it's probably the most vulnerable. I used to do it all the time, and then yeah, like, I think it's the most vulnerable part of me is the poet. So I was in orchestra too. Sweet. Sweet. I played the cello and I played the viola. It's an orchestra too. Alto sax. You're a thinker with imagination. Hey, thanks. I feel ya. Yeah. So like I went to so I walked up into this new school, right? And they, you know, I'm in the front of the class, and they're like, this is Sadie, and she's the new girl. And I'm wearing, you know, like, cut-off jean shorts and, like, a cut-off, like, shirt. Like, I ripped the arms off of it and, like, tied it. And then I had, like, combat boots and fishnets. And Lord. And I walk in there, and everyone's like, you know, and I'm like, hi, like, I look really 80s because I'd have all these bracelets and stuff, and they're like, there's a seat over there, and so they think that I'm like this bad girl, and it's like history class, and like, and the teacher is like asking questions, and I was brand new, so I didn't read their book, but I was from a different school where we pretty much already read all that, so I already knew that stuff, and so he starts asking questions, and there's one, like, glasses wearing, like, part in his hair, like, buttoned up shirt, you know, dude on the other side of the class keeps raising his hand, like, really fast, like, oh, to every single question, and I'm like, you know, and they're like, the teacher's like, okay, I'm gonna call on somebody else than you. Yes, the new girl, you're the only other person raising her hand. Wait, do you know the answer? And I'm like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. And they're like, everyone just like looks. And the dude, the smarty pants in the class was like, he just like glares at me, you know? And I'm like, you know? And, so that went on for the rest of that class, right? And then afterwards, he comes up to me and his books are all like, in his hand, all tight, you know, like in his arms. And I'm like, I got mine in my, just like in my arm, you know, just bebopping. And he comes up to me and he's like, pushes his glasses up and he's like, who do you think you are? And I'm like, well, I introduced myself to the whole class, like, my name is Sadie. And then he's like, no, I'm the smartest kid in this class and in this school. Like, you can't just come in and rain on my parade and da-da-da-da, like, all right, bro, but you're not the only one that, like, knows the answers here. Like, I study history, too. Come on. Isn't that what we're supposed to do? Yeah, he's like, I don't know who you are or what you're about, but, you know, just, like, stomps off, and I'm like, ah, shit, where's my other class? I remember when I used to do that a lot of running, I used to write poetry about it. Nice. Oh, dude, I used to do, like, the 100-meter dash and the 400-meter dash. I was also part of the track team. I did, like, hurdles and stuff, and, like, I was really fast and, like, a good jumper, so I I like did a competition and I only got like first and second place. I never got third place in any of that stuff. But like that was fun. That was fun. Not the combat boots. Ay. I still wear combat boots. I can't. I just can't. Nice. Nice style. He is speed demon. A challenger has arrived. Exactly. Speed raise. Ayo, me personally. I'm not a bully, but don't push me, right? Right. Oh snap. Word. He was threatened by your knowledge. It's like, yeah, like we're all supposed to know history. You're not the only person in the classroom. Like obviously there's a lot more students in here than just you. Yeah, but later he chilled out. 2 years later, he chilled out and was like, all right, after 2 years of observations, I realize there's nothing terrible about you and you're okay and I approve and I won't try to figure out if there's anything, you know, about you that you're hiding anymore. And I'm like, oh, I didn't care for the last 2 years, but thank you for letting me know. We can be friends if you want. I never competed after elementary, but I got pretty fast after high school when I picked it back up. Did you do like the long distance running or the short distance? 7 months of daily training will work wonders for you. Dude, I can't even find my passion for running anymore either. It's like running and poetry just went fly, just like flew away, or just got packed real far deep into my freaking heart, or like the back of my brain where I can't access it. I don't know what I gotta do to get through to that. I don't know. Long distance running, yeah. Long distance running is like so, it's such a skill that is not easy. Okay, so how did I want to do this? Yeah, I'm gonna make it to where yeah, okay, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Right! When I realized, hey, I'm getting pretty fast now, I started sprinting. That's really awesome. At my best, it felt like I was floating over the ground. It is, it's like, almost like flying. It's such a nice feeling. LOL, just gotta focus on it. Yeah, dude, like, in my dreams, that's what I do. I like run and I run so fast my feet pick off the ground and then I start flying. So I do a lot of flight in my dreams because it's a lot faster. You know, no, I mean for realsies. Okay, so this is where I want to mix. I wish I would have ran a marathon at my peak performance because I was running 3,000 or 3K. Oh yeah, and up a day at one point. Holy cannoli, that is like amazing. I know people personally that have done like marathon stuff, and like this one person, their toenails came off. Toward the end, and like their body was so beat up from it. Like, Peter Pan moments. Yeah. That was, I think it was 26 miles. It was in Seattle. I remember. Yeah, man. I guess running that distance has its downside. I've done Tough Mudder. I did Tough Mudder in California. That was fun. Fun times. Do I want to make that darker? I think so. I remember I ran from my house to downtown once by complete accident. By accident, because I stopped paying attention and got lost. Now that's an interesting story. You were in your own head, like. Then I had to have someone pick me up. Yeah. That's funny. They're like, how are you downtown? I was running. Oh my gosh. All right. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Spartan race looks fun. Yeah, I've seen that Spartan. Like Tough Mudder and Spartan. I think Spartan is a lot tougher. Like, I know Marines and Rangers really love Spartan. The Spartan one. It was like a 20-minute drive to put it in just person. Oh my gosh, so walking and running, you can imagine. That's alright. Were you listening to music? You just like zoned out completely? Like, dang, that's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive indeed. That running without realizing it is like a computer struggling to kill a task. Oh, that's funny. No, I was trying to figure out how ultramarathon runner thinks, so I just only focused on the next couple steps ahead of me and then got lost. Oh my gosh. That's amazing. That's literally just only thinking about one step at a time. Like, if only we all lived life like that. Oh wait, then we'd get lost. We'd have to call someone to come pick us up. That's hilarious. For real. That's awesome. I've also trained in negative 50 Celsius weather before. Oh my lord. That's a whole other story. You'd need a chaperone and a leash. Oh my lord. Hey man, I will on purpose get myself lost in the wilderness. You know, just to see if I can find my way back, or you know, survival skills, test them out, navigation skills. For real. I think my trees are leaning. I don't know. I don't know if I'm leaning or something, but oh well. I was breathing through my scarf and regulating my breathing through it because the air was so thin. Ooh. So I used to live in Boulder, Colorado. So I totally, like, the high elevation, like, you can't really breathe. And people would go up there and train just to train in high elevation so that, like, if you get good at running at high elevation with minimal air and in extreme temperatures, then, like, when you come off the mountain, it's like you can fly and you're like, you can breathe and, like, yeah. People did that all the time. Useful skills too. Yeah, man. I have a book written by a Green Beret on how to survive in the wild. So, like, I was raised for some period of my childhood by my grandfather, who's my papa, and he is Green Beret Special Forces. So you can imagine what that was like for me. And we lived in the wilderness off the land and didn't have, you know, running water. So I learned a thing or 17. I did. He's like Green Beret Special Forces during Vietnam. And he, I like books. I just don't like reading. Tell us the stories. My grandpa was a general in the army in Sudan. Never got to meet him though. Okay, so my papa, his entire military record is presidentially sealed. And I can say that because he tells people that all the time. It's entirely blacked out and presidentially sealed. And when he tried to go and figure out, like, any type of, like, you know, benefits for him for serving, you know, because he served in a time of war, like, the whole entire courtroom and building was like shut, and then, like, all of these agents came in and had to, like, debrief everyone that was in the building, and then, like, give him full benefits, like, and say no one shall ever speak of this again, like, like, yeah. And most of the things that occurred he can't even talk about until after he's not alive anymore, so all that stuff will go to me. I'm number one. That's what he calls me. And I'm all that. I guess he wrote it down somewhere or something, and it's like stored maybe, but it'll go to me. But yeah, he did a lot of things in a lot of countries. Parachute out of a, out of an aircraft, and he's a pilot, right? Like knows how to fly an Apache and a Black Hawk and stuff. But he was a paratrooper too, because back then that's Green Beret did everything. They were the original. But jumped out of a plane, parachute didn't work, broke his back. To get into the special forces, he didn't want to, but they kind of voluntold him to do it anyway. And single-handedly he fought like 8 dudes. And so then they threw a few more in there, and it was 12 dudes, and by the time it was 12 guys that he was fighting, and then eventually he blacked out and woke up in a hospital bed with broken ribs and a very faint memory, and then they're like, "Congratulations, you're part of the special forces now." And he's like, "What? You motherfuckers, like, why did I have to fight people?" But he was fighting like grown trained soldiers, like a bunch of non-commissioned officers. So yeah, he's a bad motherfucker, and that's my papa. It's in my blood. He tells these things to other people, so I'm not like telling things that he's never said. I wish he would watch this. I should send this to him and be like, "Papa, watch this video." You'll love it. Oh, I love running water and electricity. Are you kidding? You know what else I love? Forks, spoons, plates. Plates are nice. The ones that aren't plastic or paper? Sure do love that. Oh, yes, I do. I was also homeless, though, for quite some time. So I lived on the streets, slept on the dirt, or cardboard, or cement, or I just didn't sleep, Yeah. So I do appreciate things like that. But I was also in the army, so I've also eaten all that ration food and MREs and the different type of rations and stuff, too. On paper plates. They set the whole squad to jump him. I know that's right. It's just initiation. That's all. That's all it is. I wish I would have got to know more about my grandpa. He was a nice dude from the stories I've heard. That's awesome. You know what else I really like? Bed. A bed? It's nothing like a bed, and a pillow. Oh, it's so luxurious to have a bed and a pillow. My grandpa had 4 wives, though. He was living his best life. Beef stew MRE. Oh, don't even go there, dude. Oh. And when you look at the ingredients, it's hardly even food. It's not food, I don't think. That's the other thing I really like. Food. Actual food and cooking it. So I'm actually really good at cooking, because I really appreciate those things. Beef soup, man. Those MREs, man. I ain't about it no more, bro. I've just experienced a lot of things and I just have gratitude. But that is, you know, how you appreciate things is by not having, and then when you do have, like, it brings you a lot of joy and appreciation, you know. I'm a master chef. Well, at least I like to think so, because I can make the most basic dish of eggs pretty well. I like I like cooking too. I made a nice brisket this last weekend. 24 or 25-hour cook. Really? Oh, brisket. Right, right. Oh. But then it's like super tender, right? Like melt in your mouth kind of thing. I can cook all kind of things, man. I don't know, like I cook things from scratch. Like I think one of my favorite things that I love to make is chicken wings, right? Like buffalo wings, but like chicken wings from scratch and make my own sauce. Like this one time I made pineapple habanero sauce to be for the chicken wings to be tossed in, but a real pineapple and real habaneros, and I made it into like this salsa sauce, like so good, and then like made the homemade ranch dressing for it to dip it in, and it was fantastic. I love it. I love but like I can make, like, I don't know, you know, pan-seared tuna steak and like chicken breast, of course, and I don't know. Oh, I made this like spaghetti, which is not difficult, but like spaghetti and then like, but chicken breast, well, filleted it and made it, what is that called? And you toss it in, and then you Parmesan, chicken Parmesan, right? And then you use the broiler and then like make the top all like just beautiful. Yeah, chicken Parmesan and spaghetti, delicious. I make a mean steak, chicken fried steak and the gravy all made from scratch. Oh, yep. No, that's right. And then of course any veggies. I prefer blanching veggies. Y'all too fancy for my scrambled eggs. I make, let's see, I make fried eggs, poached eggs, scrambled eggs, and omelets. I make a mean omelet. I learned how to make an omelet back in like 2006, I think. 2005, 2006. I make really good omelets. Or scrambles, but I like poached eggs. I also know how to do, you know, soft-boiled eggs. Soft-boiled eggs are great too. And hard-boiled eggs, of course. And then deviled eggs, which, as someone says, nobody ever makes enough deviled eggs. Nobody ever makes like 1,000. I put oil in the pan, heat it up with the right amount of salt, and boom, eggs. Y'all just overkilling your eggs. Just scramble and be done. But there's so many ways to make eggs. There's so many ways. It's like what kind of eggs you want. My kids like scrambled eggs. And sometimes they like it with cheese. So cheesy scrambled eggs, I guess. I make smoked deviled eggs. Ooh, now that sounds delicious. Woo. Trying to use my left hand here. You see, y'all just we extra. That's why. What? We got running water and a bunch of different kind of eggs, you know? We're living in the future. Future is now. Let's see. Don't want to have more than that in here. Okay. Smoked meatballs with spaghetti. Oh, do you have a smoker? Is that what? What? Was ist das? I'm happy to see you're in a much better place, though. Thank you so much. Yeah, I have a smoker. That's awesome. That's so awesome. Yeah, I want to, you know, not live in an apartment one day. Goals, dreams. Asking for a friend. And you smoke water asking for a friend? That's awesome. You can like put anything in a smoker, am I correct? And then it has that flavor. What do you use chips, right, to smoke things? Like what flavor of them would you use, or is your favorite? I'm sure I could smoke water. It's called boiling. Damn. Oh, this chat is amazing. Oh, that's funny. It's wood pellets. He said he tried, but it all evaporated. You know? I use everything from maple, hickory, cherrywood, apple, mesquite, and much more. Can you smoke ice? I'm sitting here thinking about sublimation now. But which one's your favorite? Yes, you can smoke ice. It makes it wet. It's not ice anymore. That's just silly, guys. It's so silly. Until it vapes. Smoked cheese is good too. Barbecue ice go crazy though. They really sleeping on it. Oh my god. Get your smoked ice. Get your smoked ice. But seriously, make your water taste like smoke. That's you know, there's gotta be a market for that. It's, you know. Cherry and hickory, nice. That's awesome. It'll make your cola taste like smoked cola, you know? There's a market for everything. I know that's right. Get your smoked ice today. I can smell smoked ice to an Eskimo. I have a smoked whiskey. It's mesquite smoked. Yeah, that makes sense. bigger one? Or do the small one again? Now, the question is, I was thinking of adding Batman to the painting. Yeah. No. Good idea. Good idea. Not on this one though. I don't know. I don't think that he would do very well here. He needs a cityscape. He prefers the city. I think this painting could really use a fire-breathing dragon, said my friend. Yeah, the same one who asked about the ice. I know that's right. That's just me. Otherwise, it's a cool landscape. My fire-breathing dragon don't sound like a bad idea. Really? Like, no. If only I could paint a fire-breathing dragon. I'll have to work on that. Let's see. I want it to be this. And also just a touch of that. Like this and like that. Like this. Okay. Like, you can't really tell from there, but these paints that I have add kind of like this metallic kind of pearlescent kind of thing, and I really like it. Because it just adds that, just a little bit of something that I like. The first digital art commission I ever did was of 2 dragons. That's awesome. I don't know how they thought a portrait painter was supposed to do that. Really? Wow. Batmobile from the woods. That's a good idea too. Okay, so my first commission painting was like a giant like 40 by 60 or 48 by 60 like canvas, and it was a phoenix, and that was very interesting. It was very interesting work. I enjoyed it. Like, which one should I? I was like really broken, like my body was really broken. And so I was like this physically broken person just like doing this massive painting. I think it healed my soul, you know? So I regret nothing. They asked for a lot, but I came through. That's dope. That's freaking awesome. I had creative freedom, but it just had to be a phoenix because it was for a company, and their company's name was Phoenix, so it's gonna be in their lobby. Or it is in their lobby. They're located in Seattle, so it's yeah, so it's in someone's lobby of their business right there on the water in Seattle. I still have the picture if you want to see. Creative freedom sucks low key. It kind of does, because it's like, oh God, you know? Well, maybe I should rephrase. Too much creative freedom sucks, because then you just yep, yeah. So what I did is I researched the company and kind of how they have their design of their website and stuff, and the color scheme and all that, and I'm like, that's kind of how I pulled it in, and the structure was going to be around their website design, their business design, to where it kind of like matches their idea for their own thing, you know? So very cool. Sounds like a fun creation. Yeah, it was pretty rad. I enjoyed it. That is not the color that I want. How did that end up like that? Let's try this again. That's fine. Yeah, it was like, I think any artistic project is gonna like be a process of like discovering your own self. Even though it's a commission and it's like for somebody else, you're still like discovering your own capabilities, you know, and your own blockages inside of yourself, or like lack of confidence or anything, you know, like you're gonna see it when you're doing a work for somebody else like that. Yeah, that is the color. I remember when I got comfortable at digital painting, when the only problem I was having was with what reference I should pick. Nice. But now I'm trash again. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. You don't just have that skill and then just like, oh, lose it. I bet you your work looks great. I bet you it's amazing. You must be comparing yourself to others. It's the only thing I could think of that would make that. Nah, it's been a long time. My work used to look great. Now not so much. Well, maybe there's just you don't have the spark right now. That happens too. It happens to all artists, you know? And artists are inspired by life, so I think I should just give up on becoming a good sketcher and just paint, because sketching stresses me out. Dude, painting stresses me out. That's why I'm doing it. Because there's some blockage in my brain that makes it to where painting stresses me out. Or I get nervous. Like right now I'm really nervous. But I'm doing it anyway. You know? I keep trying to sketch, by the way. The painting looks great, Sadie. Thank you for saying that, Vitablex. Thank you. I love painting. Painting's easy. Sketching is hard for me. Sketching and painting are both hard for me. And I haven't even tried the digital. I mean, I do my own version of digital art, but I don't do it how everybody else does it, like with the same software. Like I'm like a resourceful artist that uses what I got. So in terms of digital artwork and digital design, I wasn't like formally like trained in it. I just like did it on my own, like picked it up for myself. So I have a long way to go. And I feel like if I get painting down, then I can really approach that. Thank you for being so encouraging, by the way. I appreciate that. Hi! Ekthros? Did I say that right? Hello, thank you for hanging out with me. Next thing you should do is scratch and sniff marker drawing. Yeah. Oh my gosh. You know, my goal with painting is to become so good at it that I can paint the stuff that's in my head. Like the stuff that I want to build. Or the stuff that should be built or could be built. Like just ideas. I have a lot of ideas in my mind. And it's hard to talk about them. and describe them without visuals. And so it's like, I need to learn how to either paint or digitally paint or something. Thank you for the welcome. My name is Greek, so it's hard to get exactly right, but you were close enough. Oh. Ek. Okay. What about Ek? Can I call you Ek? You gotta get a book and write them down. I do. I have a stack about this high. Well, maybe it's a little bit higher than that, of sketchbooks from the last 8 years of the best. I'm not good at drawing, like, as best I can. Okay, like prototypes and rough sketches and designs of all kind of stuff, of my ideas and stuff. Like, I do my best, you know, like, I do my best. I like calling myself Egg because I think it's funny. Oh, is it Eggthros? Or Eggthros? Do you pronounce the K's like G's? But I'll call you Egg. Hello, Egg. Thanks for hanging out with me and for hanging out with us. We got Guitara and we got Vitablex here, and we're just, in fact, we were talking about eggs earlier. We got fancy with it. Nope. I just like egg. Haha. I've been eating a lot of eggs recently. Nice. Yeah, how do you like your eggs? We're everywhere. That's so funny. Like, there are so many ways to make eggs. So how do you like your eggs? If it's Greek, does that mean you're from Greece? I've been to Greece. It's so beautiful there. Soft boiled, I assume, then, because in Europe, that's how they roll. Scrambled, nice. We like eggs. Eggs are good. They're an excellent source of protein, which the body needs to repair tissues. And I think I'm gonna do a little of this. Like that. And just put a little bit of that. Recognize your new username from somewhere, or at least your profile pic. Yes, I'm changing my name to something easier to remember soon. So you have to memorize my picture. It's already committed in memory. That's awesome. I should try painting too. It's peaceful. Do in Anakin. I painted for a while. Got too expensive to maintain. Really? Oh, crap. Thank you for following, Guitar. We should hang out again next week. I try to paint every week on Fridays, so we can talk about smoking water and eggs. And I'll continue this painting. In fact, I think I need to stop. I went a lot longer than I usually do, because I just got really into the conversation and into this, what I wanted to do here. Like that. Thank you for following, Egg. Okay, we all have to hang out again on Friday next week. Well, I mean, if you guys aren't busy, but like, this is my festive, like, 'tis the season for spooky type painting that I'm doing. And the leaves are changing here, so I just drove around today and like went somewhere to go look at the beautiful leaves. So I'm feeling this. But I first learned how to do traditional art and found I was decent at it. That's amazing! Congratulations on that! I look forward to hanging out. Yeah! Vitaplex! Please come hang out again. Okay, I gotta stop. I can just keep going. Okay, alright. And that's like 2 hours. Wow. Okay. Alright, so we will pick up where we left off on Friday of next week. So tune in for that, because that'll be fun. We can talk about eggs. Yes, you are fun. I shall hang out once more. Oh, thank you so much. I'll make time for you, Sadie. Aw, thank you, Vitaplex. And have fun, like, bash bash. And now when I make scrambled eggs, I'm gonna think of you, Guitara. It's gonna be, and then I'm just gonna start laughing. All right. Good night, everyone.